Hey there. Over the next week and in the coming months, I'm going to be talking a lot about empires and responsibility. In this new Avoiding the British Empire series, I'm going to be arguing that much of the world we live in today is the product of two empires. The British Empire that ran the world between 1815 and 1914, and the US Empire that still runs the world today. I am super excited to get this series out there, and I can't wait to dive into the comments and find out what all of you think. But there is one category of comment that I'm going to be discussing today that I am not looking forward to. Wow, so everything is our fault now, huh? Oh, you're just one of those blame America first types. Why do you hate your country? Love it or leave it, man. I have a pretty thick skin. After all, I've been on YouTube for years now, but I'd be lying if I said that these comments didn't bug me. In fact, I find them kind of personally insulting because I consider what I've been doing on this channel for the past 5 years to be one long love letter to the principles of my country. If the United States is about anything, it's about being able to call it like you see it. Also, I think the idea that we have to treat the biggest, toughest country in human history as if it was some kind of delicate flower sort of makes the United States both dumber and weaker. If you take the position that the United States is just another country dealing with other countries as equals, and one that should be desperately concerned about the machinations of Russia, Syria, Iran, and various jihadist ne'er-do-wells, then yes, I suppose my videos could be seen as unpatriotic. But that is not what the world actually looks like. We pretend it looks like that to keep US defense budgets high. In truth, the United States is a whole lot more powerful than US media or US government is willing to tell you. It's polite to hide this, but the fact is that the United States runs the world. As of 2019, the US is a whale in a world of sharks. I do believe in potential threats. China, India, and European instability are all things to look out for, but all of these threats are decades off, possibly centuries off if we play our cards right. Our duty now is to use the power we still have to delay worldwide disaster as long as we can. We're not necessarily good or bad, but we are responsible. So far this century, we have not been responsible. As we will get into this week, the history of the British Empire shows very clearly that there is nothing worse for the country on top than war. Yet the United States government has spent the past 2 decades enthusiastically seeking out war all over the world. Accusing critics of being unpatriotic is a key part of this suicidal process. These accusations help Washington, D.C. take action on ridiculously paranoid definitions of national interests that do much more damage to U.S. interests than the threats they were imagining. Oh, you don't think Assad is enough of a threat to justify creating ISIS? You must hate America. Oh, you don't think threatening to invade Venezuela is worth throwing out 3 decades of better behavior and reminding every Latin American country of how much they hate U.S. intervention? That's unpatriotic. These accusations make us dumber, and the paranoid actions they protect make the fall of the U.S. system more likely rather than less likely. This project is not about pretending that the United States or the British Empire represent some unique evil. Instead, it is firmly based in the conviction that all of human history is a tale of unceasing horror, and it would be very easy to slip back into that. As the most powerful country the world has ever seen, the United States has the most responsibility for where we go from here. This makes constant criticism essential. I think that at this point in history, looking at our foreign policy establishment and its past 30 years of disasters, taking a stand and yelling "stop" is the most patriotic thing an American can do. If you want to know why I think this way, you can buy Avoiding the British Empire, my new book, available now in paperback and ebook on Amazon. Thanks for watching, and tune in tomorrow when we answer the question, is the United States an empire?